What is going on, guys? It's Metatronics, and I've got some Borderlands for you. Yes, this game's been a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying it. I don't know if you guys are following me on Twitter, but I was definitely talking about it over the weekend. I was very happy to pick this up, and I'm glad I did. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. Killing random psychos and picking up fancy loot and whatnot. It's great stuff. Speaking of the weekend, I hope you guys had fun. I don't know what you guys are doing, but I hope it was productive or fun, or both. I know it was for me. I did some rearranging of my office area, picked up Borderlands, obviously, and I don't know, just got a lot of stuff done. Got some social media stuff hooked up. I don't know, just a lot of stuff for connecting with you guys and making my channel known. But that's not what I'll be talking about today. I watched a video actually today, and it really inspired me. I thought it was very interesting. I like it when we're able to see the way the world works in a way that can be applied to your life. I think that's the best advice ever, is like, I need to know the way the world works and how it applies to me, and then I can, understand and know what to do with that information from here on. So this video that I saw was done by Professor Philip Zimbardo, and he was talking about time perspective and just the way the pace of life in different areas are and how that affects you and what influence those things. And I thought it was really super interesting. So to give a little recap, I'll have a link to it in the description so you can watch, and if you want to pause now and go watch it and then come back to hear my take on it or what I think about it or my takeaways, you're welcome to do that. But so he basically talks about there are 6 time zones that we live in, not like physical time zones, but the way people think about time. But the time zones are divided into 3 categories of past, present, and future, with 2 ways of looking at them, both positive and negative for each. So that's how we get the 6 time zones. And there are a lot of factors that influence the way you think about time. And so it can be, your location on the map. It could be your family life. It could be your schooling, your religion. It's a lot of different things. And, in fact, there's a book that you guys could go and check out done by Dr. Robert Levine about the geography of time, and he does some research about the pace of life around the world. And what he did, and this is really interesting, is he would set up at places where he had measured, and then he would time people walking across that. And he wouldn't hey, you walk across this. He was just watching life happen. And so he would see what people's pace were. And that's not all he did, but that's one example of things he did. And so he got a good perspective on the way different places think about time. But this got me thinking about what my perspective on time is and what other people's around me perspective on time is. And it's it's relevant to me because of the recent move I made from Nashville, Tennessee to Austin, Texas. And the pace here, at least at my current job, is much different than the pace that was at my previous job. And I noticed that just Austin in general has a very different pace. And I thought that was very interesting. It's something I didn't think of it in that way before. Nashville has a very laid-back, relaxed, slower pace, and I've lived there all of my life. And so coming here has been a really big shock to my system, just because this place moves a heck of a lot faster than what I'm used to. And sometimes I think it's a bit unnecessary as well. Like, why are we, bending ourselves out of shape to get to do these things? Whatever it may be, whether it's to get downtown in a certain time or to get certain things done at the job, and that would have taken me twice as long at my previous job, or I'm expected to do half as much time. And this is not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. It's just a thing. It's just something different. Something he mentions in the video, though, is that we all start out life as a present hedonist, is what he calls it, which we want pleasure and avoid pain. We're children. We don't want to be hurt. We're tender. We know these things. I guess as children, instinctively, we know these things. But as we grow older, we kind of are trained to be future thinkers. And I think that's very interesting. Something else that he mentions is that schooling forces us to not be living in the present, but thinking about the future. It's passive. We're not interacting with it. We are just letting it happen, and we're trying to absorb information from it. And I mean, is that the way that life should be? Should we change? Is it right that we change? Do these different perspectives on time serve different purposes? Do we need to change? Like, is this the way life is meant to be? I enjoy thinking about these things, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this talk. And if you did, please give it a like, add it to your favorites. Don't forget to subscribe. I've got new content coming out every weekday. Let me know what you think of the Borderlands 2 gameplay. If you like it, I'm going to keep doing it. I've got plenty of it, so if not, then I can always hop back over to Call of Duty. But let me know. Catch me on Twitter. I'm always keeping up the conversation there, posting up new videos and things that I see, and follow me on Facebook. You'll see all my Instagram stuff as well there. I appreciate you guys watching. It's been Metatronics, and I will catch you next time.